If you're a Cancer born June 21st to July 22nd, what can you expect for the month of June 2020? Let's tune in and find out. Wow, Cancers, your heart is open and I just see you loving what is. There's new beginnings here that are happening for you. I think that, you're at the end of the series of eclipses. We've got 3 in the next 6 weeks. You're ending the eclipses in your sign of Cancer and Capricorn. So the first one we have is June 5th. It's a full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. That's a brand new beginning with Sagittarius and Gemini. So they'll be going for the next, I don't know if it's 18 months or 2 years, their series of every 6 months. And we're completing this month, June 21st, in your sign Cancer. That will be the last one for you. And that's a new moon eclipse with a whole new start. That's a solar eclipse. And then we have July 4th and 5th, the final in Capricorn, which is then again lunar eclipse ending, right? Another ending, final ending for you guys. So, but I see you so excited about this new beginning and really focused on the new beginnings for yourself. And some of you, I see you like you got to run through the tunnel and there's all this heat, but you can see the garden on the other side of the tunnel. So it's a little like, I got to get there. So whether you're moving, whether you're changing schools, whether you're about to get married, whether you're about to have a baby, all these big life changes, it could even be, the end of an illness. It could be, saying goodbye to a loved one, right? And they're about to pass, these are endings as well. And it could be that you're about to get married or you're going to get pregnant and you're going to find out, right? So it's all these new exciting beginnings and then completions. But I just see you heart open, so excited, moving forward, which is really beautiful. So June's going to be a good month for you guys. Let's look at relationships. So those of you that are already in a coupled romantic relationship, let's see what's in store for you. Well, you're going to see the hypocrisy in your partner this month. You're going to see just the hypocrisy, and you're not going to tolerate it, and you're going to call them out on it. And so there's going to be a little bit of frustration, a little sadness in the relationship. But I also feel like, as quick as it comes, as fast as it blows over, and you're back in love and back in fun. And especially around that new moon eclipse for you on January 21st, I just see you so happy. And don't worry about the Venus retrograde, that's still happening. It's going to go direct June 24th. But I just feel like these couple weeks in June, it's just about reevaluating, how you're approaching the relationship. And do you want to see more of each other? Do you want to see less of each other? How's your communication? Do you like how much you communicate? Would you like more communication? Things like that. I don't see it necessarily about you guys picking each other. You're already in it. You've already chosen. So it's about fine-tuning the relationship with Venus in retrograde. I don't see it about, being usurped and having, somebody come in new or something like that. That feels like it's more anxiety-prone. If you were going to leave the relationship, or if your partner was going to leave the relationship, first of all, Cancers, you guys are so sensitive. You would know it. You would already know it. Now, if you're aware that there's one straw left, right? Or this little string that's holding the relationship together. Well, then it's likely going to fall apart with these completions that are happening, either now with the Sagittarius or eclipse, or the other eclipse, July 4th and 5th in Capricorn, where it's just going to be over. Now, eclipses, really the intensity can be 30 days and a day before or 30 days and a day after, but they're generally, most people feel them within 5 days of the event, but they can last up to 6 months until another series happens, right? But as I said, this is the ending for you guys, and you won't have any more, I think, until 2027 when the whole series starts over again. So you got 7 years, right? You just got your butt kicked. You went through a lot of changes and you have whole new beginnings right now, or you can see where this new beginning is going. because you've had these eclipses the last 2 years. But in the relationship sector, I feel like it's really good. And you may even, if for those of you leaving the relationship, you already know it, right? This isn't something new. And some of you may be starting a new relationship or are newly in a relationship, in the last 6 months or 9 months, and maybe a little like, nervous about it. Don't be. This little fine tweak, this tuning or fine, tweaking, because Venus is retrograde, is small. Doesn't feel like it's a big problem at all. Now, for those of you that are single, so, you're being asked to be patient. You're being asked just to recognize that everything is being redone, revamped, and be sensitive to that. Be sensitive to yourself. You don't have to put yourself out there. You don't have to show all of your cards. It's okay to hold back a lot of information and share a little bit of information. You're not lying, you're being cautious. There's a difference, right? So just be aware, take it slow. And I really, again, feel like love opens up for you with that new moon eclipse, that new start in Cancer, which is on the solstice, which is also Father's Day this year, June 21st. So enjoy that. It feels good. It doesn't feel scary to me. And I just see this whole light illuminating from that point forward. So definitely feel, no matter, with everything still going on, you can still create a new relationship for yourself. Okay, let's look at money and career. What's in store for you guys this month, for you Cancers? I think with that same eclipse in your sign, I just see things start to get on fire for you. You may be asked to do something along your career. You may be asked to write something. You may be asked to demonstrate something. You may be given, there may be a feather in your hat. Somebody may nominate you or hire you, or it may come through word of mouth. And it seems like it comes out of the blue. It's just like comes out of the blue, descends on you. So something good from that June 21st to that next month in your career, new beginnings, and that has to do with money. So I feel like you're making good money, like you're on fire and feels good. You may also find that you may be conversely spending more money yet. Maybe you're moved, maybe you're preparing for school, maybe you've let go of some things and relationship issues, but it just feels like, maybe you're finally getting your hair cut after a couple of months, or hair dyed, nails done, so it feels like there's more money going out towards the end of June, but it feels temporary. By the way, I also want to mention that we have, with Mercury going retrograde June 17th to July 12th, that's when you don't really want to buy electronics and things like that. You want to be, leery of that. The point being, we have 6 of the 8 planets retrograde in the last 2 weeks of June and that first 2 weeks of July. So what's that mean? It means slow down. It means take your time. It means reassess, reevaluate, redirect your energy, repurpose, and let go and surrender. Clearly, the universe is giving us a new mandate to take our time. So there's no rushing into anything new, okay? The information will come to you as it needs to. All right, let's look at your health. So Cancer's stomach is coming up, and just being aware of your stomach and letting go of any anxiety or nervous energy around it. Be careful of what you're eating. Be a little more mindful of what you're eating. I would say you could have a sensitivity to some foods, or just sensitive that you're not paying attention, and you open the fridge and that's been sitting there for 10 days, but you didn't realize it's been 10 days because we're all living in a time warp, and you ate it and you can get, food poisoning. It's that kind of like, okay, stay present to what you're eating to avoid stomach problems, because that's where I feel like it's coming up, is in your stomach. So just be aware of what you're eating and And then I feel like you're going to be fine. But a lot of, cancers can hold your energy in the stomach too. You guys are sensitive. So it could also be that it's just an emotional time for you, letting go of a lot, right? We have endings here. So this June 5th with Sagittarius, that's a full moon lunar eclipse ending, and July 4th and 5th with Capricorn, full moon solar eclipse, Capricorn, letting go. So there can be some emotions that are churning in your stomach. Letting go isn't always easy. Saying goodbye isn't always easy. Some of you guys may be moving out of your parents' home. My daughter's moving. That's a form of a goodbye, right? Even though she's not leaving my life, there's the way in which we once interacted will now be different, right? So that's an ending to a cycle of life. Some of you may be ending being single and you're going to get married, and that's a little scary and that can upset your stomach. Some of you maybe are about to get pregnant, or maybe you're doing in vitro, right? Or some of you may be about to deliver a baby and your life is always going to be different now because now you've got a child coming in. So all of these things can be anxiety producing. So all there is to do is breathe through it. Allow yourself to feel the emotion. Go into the anxiety and allow it up, instead of, letting it kind of like create this anxiousness around you. So how you do that is you just slow down, you breathe, you connect, and then you let go. When you go into it and allow it to like open up and release. And if it's emotion, because it's emotion, if it's fear, allow yourself to feel the feelings and feel safe in those feelings and know you're going to be okay. I know you guys are going through a lot. I have a Cancer moon, so I'm right there with you. I understand it. I'm going to be letting go of a lot, as I just expressed to you. And with my new status in life as being an empty nester, and letting go of my apartment and letting go of a lot of possessions. And with a Cancer moon, which is emotion, I'm anticipating some emotions. And so feel them, allow them up. Don't let them rule you. Okay? All right, guys. Let's see if there's any surprises for you. Yeah, there may be a trip involved, a surprise trip for you. It may not happen this month, but a conversation around it, and where you get to go, where somebody buys your ticket and wants your company and wants to be part with you, wants you along for the ride. So there may be a surprise trip. Some of you may already know about this trip that's being planned. Some of you may just hear about it here in the upcoming weeks ahead. But it's exciting and it's eventful and it's luxurious. So it's nice. So it's really nice. So you want to make time for this trip. All right. And trust your instincts, in terms of virus and, pandemic and all that conversation. Just trust your instinct. And if you, because you guys are so sensitive, you'll be fine with it. All right. Lots of love to you, my Cancerians, and have an amazing June. Take care of yourself, take care of the family, take care of the people you love, and I'll see you, and most importantly, take care of yourself, and I'll see you guys again next month. Oh, one last thing I did want to say. My daughter has a new Instagram account. Please go check it out and follow her. It is called Angry Moon, Sad Sun, and it's a little play on her astrology. She's got a great sense of humor. She's really good, and she's trained where I'm not trained. I'm all intuitive, right? And so she's also very intuitive, but she's got the language and the understanding of astrology. So it's very much different than the way I work, but I think you absolutely will enjoy it. Very precise. All right, you guys, have a great month, and I look forward to connecting with you again next month.